folks, without further ado, it is time to get into our first segment, and that is, of course, the faces of the league. Now, I was told by producer Joe, this is Brady Bunch, and that's all I'll say because he won't let me say anything else. Anyways, I haven't watched the show before. Whatever. It's funny, though. So, basically, this topic came up because I remember 2 or 3 years ago when I first heard about the National Lacrosse League and lacrosse in general, I heard the names Lyle Thompson. I heard the name Keegan Ball for some reason. I still don't know how I knew that one of my first names I thought of or that I figured out. But that's just what it was, okay? So basically, um I I then heard about Jeff Teat, who was like, I figured out really quickly was like the Jesus of like lacrosse. And he's like the newcomer, he's like the firstborn, he's like the guy who's gonna save us all. Okay, so we get it. So we had Jeff Teat. I learned about Dylan Ward. I learned about Dane Smith and Josh Byrne, the dynamic duo that they are. Nick Rose. Christian Del Bianco came out of nowhere and won goalie of the year. Remember, I had not started watching when he won the championship. But then there's other players who are stepping up now. Now, Del Bianco, to his credit, is very young. He is only 26. I say only because I'm 27, and that blows my ever-living mind. But Alex Simmons is 24. This rookie phenom from the Albany Firewolves. Folks, I'll be honest with you. I believe Alex Simmons is a very marketable player. And I'd like to think that I have some kind of a grasp on how marketing and how things work. Now, granted, being the only live lacrosse talk show on the planet, you kind of are given the opportunity more than you've earned it. Although we don't get me wrong, we have to earn this, but it's such an untapped platform. That's why we've grown so much. But make no mistake, I've seen what works. I got a semi-pro football team up to 4,000 likes in like a month or two. And no one can say that they have over 1,000. When I say all that to say this, I understand marketing. I think Alex Simmons is a very marketable character. I think if you combine him with like Jeff Teat, maybe even like a Josh Byrne, there are guys under 30 in this league. I compare them to like Patrick Mahomes and like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Like there's always this head fight, even though in the end you all know like Jeff Teat probably is better. But then like there's a fight at the bottom that makes the conversation amazing in the National Football League. I know lacrosse fans who are like the hardcore ones don't like to hear about these kind of like things because it's like, oh, why are we comparing leagues? It just makes it stupid, which I agree to a point it does. But by saying faces of the league, I think there's a space, and that's part of our thing here on Daily Dive. Like, part of our duty is to make sure all the faces of the league are recognized, especially the awesome ones. We've done our fair share of Jeff Teat talk, but I think Alex Simmons in interviews, whether it be halftime, post game, or in general, the dude has a great personality from what I can tell. Del Bianco is one of the guys who will chirp on Twitter. I won't say chirp; he's very vocal on Twitter because Del Bianco, in that he's clapped at me a few times, but I mean I find it all good and fun. But Del Bianco understands social media, so he's another great one to market. I think Callum Jones, the Riptides, I say Riptide, sorry, Long Island fans. The Ottawa Black Bears, New York Riptide, their young rookie defender who will take out like guys on the opposite team no matter who they are. Like he was taking out like Austin Stotts, I think one day. I'm like, dude, what in the world has gotten into this dude? He don't care who you are. He'll take you out. I think Connor Fields, who we've talked to, that dude seems very kind, very awesome to be around, and just awesome as a fan. And of course, Faces of the League is a fan's perspective. So I just thought I'd talk about this because I feel like the league does a good job marketing Lyle and marketing Jeff Teats, marketing Del Bianco, Nick Rose. But there's so much more faces of the league. Like, obviously, Dane Smith is one of them as well. But why not Jake Withers, who like always gets penalty minutes and among being one of the best face-off guys on the planet? What about a guy like Callum Jones? What about Alex Simmons? What about Connor Fields? There are so many faces of this league that we have to be careful about, like, who we talk about and how much we talk about them. Because, like I said, Jeff Teat's great. What he's doing is awesome. On pace to break um the coach of the Bats, John Tavares' record for points. There's so much more in lacrosse, and I think this league has a great, great future because these dudes got personality, they got playing talents, they got charisma. These guys are the whole 9 yards. They are the lacrosse bunch or the Brady. I tried that. The Brett Fruit bunch. How's that?